Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
And we talking about Draggin Bags because they're the best bags in the business. Go get yourself some great bags and gear over at
like
Draggin
you just get your
Bags.
nails did or something.
Yes, I did. Because Draggin Bags make you fancy, son.
They do.
Go get your fancy on over.
But
at
unless you're
Draggin
not
Bags.
into that.
If
'Cause
you're
then
not
they're
into
not into that at all.
then they're sweet designs that have like dragons on them and stuff too, so you could still be badass. I'm just saying, I love me some Draggin Bags, top to bottom. Head over there, grab yourself a set today. Drop code BIGASP12 at checkout and save yourself some money because we're nice and we like to do that for you. So again, that's Draggin Bags with a Z.com, code BIGASP12.
Welcome to the Big Ass Cornhole Show with Sean and Dane, the host, you know, talking cornhole life and random fun. Grab a beer, let's get it done. From tossing bags to let's wild ride, tune in and join the party, don't you hide. It's the Big Ass Cornhole podcast time with Sean and Dane. It's always prime.
I was just happy I pointed to the right side. Like I
Nailed it,
always mess
dude.
it up,
Yep.
like the mirror
Yep.
stuff. So, anyways, welcome
at
back
you.
to the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Sean and Dane are with you as always. What's going on, man?
What's crapping, brother?
Nothing.
Yeah, not much here either. Just
It's a
the
Tuesday.
usual. Yeah, had
weird.
the long weekend, so that's always nice.
For sure. All right, let's start off with how we always do. Dane, let the folks know what we're sipping on tonight in a favorite segment called "What You Drinking."
What you drinking?
We got to shout out Miller Lite real quick because they have the beautiful 50 anniversary gold can, and the beer just tastes better.
Dude, it was so. I was
It's liquid
so,
gold on the inside,
so excited.
and now it's solid gold on the outside. It is fantastic.
I heard about it. Like I can't remember if I like saw an ad like online or if I saw a commercial on TV.
Yeah.
But I knew like the gold cans were a thing. And my wife came back and she's like, "I got you like golden Miller Lite." I'm like, and I like ran out and like looked at it. I'm like, "Oh, they're gold. Like look at it, it's so cool." She's like, "Oh, cool."
It's like, you have no idea what you just got me.
I'm like, "These are all gonna be gone."
You know what I want for Father's Day? More of these. Thank you.
So we have more audio gold planned for you all this week. Signature number 4 in Texas is coming up.
Yes,
so we're
it
gonna do the
is.
preview for that. We have dramatic readings. One of our best guests of all time was arrested, and I can't wait to just talk about that. I wanted to give a quick shout out before I forget to Athena Delgado and that whole crew. They did the borderline,
The Border Wars.
Border Wars.
Yeah.
Super cool. I love that kind of that concept of it. So
sure.
shout out to them. And then little special treat at the end.
Little
Yeah,
nuggets.
just to keep on the edge of your seat a little bit.
Why not?
But before we get into all that, we're gonna let you know what's going on in our lives. The segment we call "In and Around the Hole."
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
So, all right. So holiday weekend.
Oh shit! They brought Red Panda.
They
out.
did bring Red Panda
Oh,
out.
that
Sorry,
mean-
we're
they
gonna be
mean
a little,
business.
Dane's gonna be a little distracted.
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
sorry.
will, so.
I'm just saying they got Red Panda out for the Pacers halftime show. That means like they're serious about
Have you
it.
seen her? I've been there live.
Oh yeah,
before. Yeah,
nuts,
it's phenomenal,
crazy.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, so holiday weekend, it was a busy weekend, man. And it was like before I didn't even like Monday did not feel like a Monday. It felt like Sunday to me. And in the work week it did, but like I felt like I needed 2 days, like the Saturday and Sunday just smashed together for like one day.
yeah, no, very much felt the same for me because like we left to go to the lake on Saturday rather than Friday night,
Yeah.
and like that just kind of threw it all off for me. Like waking up and having to drive, and I was like, God damn, it's already like noon out there. Like it was just it threw me off. But it just felt like I lost a day in there.
I'm trying to remember what we did on Saturday. I don't think we really did much. I think we just kind of hung around the house. I actually took Nora to go see Minecraft.
Okay,
So she came up to me last week and she's
all right,
like,
so first,
"Can I finish for a second?"
no. We just I have one question for you.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what Minecraft is?
I know the game. I know it's a game. Yes.
Okay.
And we have it. I've attempted it. Don't understand it.
Okay, so you have like seen somebody play it though?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know like you can go in and do crazy builds and all that kind of stuff. So I got the concept.
Yeah.
So my daughter comes up to me last week and she's like, I really want to see this movie. I'm like, what movie? And she's Minecraft. I'm like, oh, I think Jack Black's in it. And she's like, yeah, I think that's one of the names. I'm like, all right, well, why do you want to see it? Like, mind you, like I downloaded the game for her. She tried it for 2 minutes, did not like it, was off, right? Just taking up space.
That's probably a cool thing at school that
100%
people saw.
That's what she said. She's like, everyone in school seen it. Like they're all talking about it. Like, I just want to know like what the jokes are. I'm like, all right. So I looked it up. They had an 8:30 showing AM, right? Okay. On Saturday morning. Logan, I thought had soccer, did not actually because it was the holiday weekend, but surprise. So I told her, I'm like, all right, you wake up, like we'll get up, we'll just go to the movie. Dude, seeing morning movies is kind of a sweet. Yeah. It was literally, we were the only two in the theater. She got like the biggest kick out of that. It was a piece of shit movie, like just terrible. Like I'm thinking Jack Black, right? It's gonna be funny. Oh. Jason Momoa's in it. Jason Momoa, he must have gotten paid so much money to do that movie because he just plays like this giant loser that gets his ass kicked like the entire time. Yeah, and I mean,
it's not what you want out of Jason Momoa.
And Jack Black, it's just I knew it was gonna be like a silly movie, but like it was left for a lot to be desired kind of thing. But yeah, so that was Saturday, and then just had to get like put like jerseys together, like had practice and stuff, and then Sunday and Monday, basically all I did was like clean and do like yard work stuff. I pulled like I'm so sore today, like. Like my back and my hamstrings are just killed from like pulling out weeds like all day Sunday, and then yesterday I cleaned the entire like main floor because we were having a little cookout on Monday. Yeah, so I wanted the house to look okay, even though like everyone was outside. It was just an excuse to like get rid of shit. Like I hate clutter. We had like an Easter basket from fucking last year's Easter, not this Easter, like last year's Easter, just sitting on our counter forever. Like both kids had basket. I'm like, you know what? I looked inside. There was like candy and like toys that they'd not touched, like little like shit that you're gonna step on in the middle of the night. I just dumped it all out, just right in front of him. And Logan's like starting to go through. He's like, I was gonna. I'm like, listen, it's been up here for like 18 months. I don't want to hear anything. You didn't even know this existed, so now it's in the garbage. So we're clearing out. So, just had to do all that yard stuff. And then Monday, you guys came over, had our neighbors over, nice
little party.
Got to reunite with a buddy of mine that I grew up playing baseball with for like forever, like from age 9 to like 19. Played on the same travel baseball team. Our kids are playing baseball now together. So we decided, invited them over. So it was a good time. Yeah. Nice to catch up with old friends and stuff. So
for sure.
But yeah, Miller Lights were flowing. I was feeling great. It was fun.
Yeah, it was nice.
I love like
a great time.
I love hosting like barbecue stuff like that. Like it's like my wheelhouse.
Your jam.
I love it.
Your pajamas.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I mean,
shout out to Cleveland Cornhole. We still had their speaker, so we had some sound outside, some music outside and stuff because I had taken my other Bluetooth speaker to work with me. So
that's nice.
Yeah,
so that's very kind.
Yeah, for sure. I did not golf, but I did go to the driving range.
How'd you hit them?
Great.
Nice.
Like I'm finally feeling. It was like it wasn't anything because last time we played, I thought I hit the ball well, but the course was really short, so I didn't hit anything more than like I want to say a 9-iron pretty much all day. It was like 9 and then wedges and then the driver or 3-wood. Like that's kind of all I had. So I just wanted to go and get the confidence because the last time I'd hit a 5-iron, like I just had. It's always like that one club that I'm like, yeah, damn it, and I finally figured it out, and I was able to just start to manipulate the ball both ways. So I'm excited. So this weekend is our first real tournament.
Real test.
First solo tournament I'm ever going into. Now, mind you, it's for the Mediocre Golf Association, but like I'm still super pumped to go.
Dude, it's gonna be a good time to just be around a bunch of like-minded golfers that are, little better than average, but not like
Listen, there's all walks of life. So looking back at past like scores, there's like 5 or 6 guys that consistently shoot mid to low 80s in these things, but they have to get strokes now because they've played in so many events. So like their net score is always like close to 90. So you get it. But like there are some like decent golfers, but then there's also guys that are shooting in like the 140s. I could already tell Dad was a little nervous.
Yeah.
He asked a lot of questions. So I just told Dad, I'm like, listen, if you go out there and shoot, even if you're getting strokes, right? Like, and he's going to start, I think, giving up like 8 strokes or whatever. Even if that's the case, and you go in and you shoot 90, you're going to still be in the top 50% of this tournament. Like, well within top 50%. Like, you'll be fine. Yeah. So, no, I'm very excited. So, you're going to there will be a bonus episode dropping next week. We're going to record live from the event on Saturday morning. But yeah, so going to go check it out. I've heard the vibes are good. I think there's like 85 or 90 people registered for the event.
I mean, I'm pumped, man. It's gonna be a fun experience.
So if everyone could just say like a silent prayer that the weather cooperates and we're all good to go.
Yeah,
I will
I think
be very, very excited.
We'll be happy campers
For sure. How was the lake?
So the lake was a little disappointing. Didn't get the dock fully in, so we couldn't like get boat lifts and stuff in. I couldn't run the electrical down the dock, so there's still a lot of shit to do. I'll probably have to go back on Sunday after the tournament to do some of it. But I mean, besides that, still got a bunch of other stuff done. Like I hauled the sailboat, dragged it all the way down to the lake, which is a solid like 150 yards. Yeah. Like it's not short, so thank God for the hill at the end.
It's
like,
it's that thing
and just kind of slides
season,
right into it. Oh, dude, getting up
the hill. I was gonna say at least you get gravity going down.
And like I did it in my youth. Okay, like. Yeah, I know I can do it, but it's like at some point, can somebody just help me? Like,
yeah, for
Jesus,
sure. Oh yeah,
like,
I would. You have no shame to ask people
like,
now.
I do, and they're
yeah.
like, "Oh, but like, you know, I got like a sciatic problem." I'm like, God, fucking
so do I.
you
Yeah,
guys.
so do
I. I'm like, I'm
I
developing.
sprained my
one.
ankle
Thank you.
yesterday. I can't do it, so someone else can do it.
Yeah, so
just strap a rope on three of like some of the nephews.
Sometimes I'll just I'll have the golf cart,
okay,
and I'll drive that around, but I'll have like my father-in-law hop in to drive it, and I'll stand on the back and wrap the rope around me wearing a leather glove and literally just brace it like this. I'm like, go and don't stop. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, once we have momentum, you do not stop.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah. You don't want to get like the little pinch.
Yeah. Well, no, it'll just drag me off.
Oh yeah.
Like if that thing like catches in the grass and starts slowing me down, like I've done it before. Like I've flown off the back of it.
I would
like,
pay money to see that.
It's impressive when I get it going.
I'm sure.
I'm literally just like, oh, let's go. I'm like wrapped around like the back of the golf cart, just like manhandling it. It's funny.
I'm surprised the golf cart can handle that much.
It's an old classic like club.
Oh,
it's a really nice one.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like a.
I mean, I get like there's sometimes that me and you are in the same cart, and there's like a decent sized hill, and like the cart starts. I'm like, don't start.
And it's electric, and it's from like the 70s.
Wow,
the thing's like. Yeah, it rips too. Like, you can cruise that thing around. Like it's fun.
Shit. It's got some little horsepower there.
Yeah. And then I did golf. So on
that's right.
Sunday, I like had some time before we were heading out to Southern Tier and then like to dinner. So I decided to go up to the golf learning center that's attached to the Chautauqua golf course there. And it's completely free. Like it's a driving range, and they had it under construction the last 2 years, and it's finally reopened. Dude, they built a beautiful facility.
That's cool.
It is like next level.
Well, you even told me
Two
yesterday.
great chipping greens with sand.
You said
and
it was
all
like
different types of grass to hit off of.
Like even if you didn't get to go out and play full 9, but if you got to go there for like an hour and hit around, like it would fit. Like
it filled a niche.
Yeah.
Like and then 2 beautiful putting greens, a great driving range, and then they have 3 practice holes, a par 3, par 4, and par 5. Right off the back of this thing that are free for anyone to play at any time.
As many times you want?
Yeah.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah. You can literally just walk back there. Hey, we don't have any tee times here, but hey, you can go and play these holes and like get a good practice in and stuff. Like, all right. Sounds good. But yeah, and then the next morning I woke up at 6:30, went over there, and I'm like, I'm a solo just looking to get in 9. He's like, well, usually we don't do 9 before 11. I'm like, I'm here before anyone else. Like, just let me off and let it rip. He's like, well, 2 guys just teed off, but like you can go behind them because we're finishing up the rest of the holes. I'm like, that's fine. Like, go up. Played one of the best rounds I've had in a minute.
That's what you're saying.
Just didn't hit birdie putts, but everything was close. Like putting wise, I felt like I was pretty good.
That's good.
Because that practice the day before definitely helped. Chipping was absolutely on point. I had 4 chips in 9 holes that I didn't have to putt.
Okay.
Like they were all literally like right next to the cup. One actually flew and hit the stick, and that one shot off like 15 feet.
Well, and that's where like if you are getting into golf, like that's where you say like there's that famous saying, right? Drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah.
Like, it does like short game putting and chipping. Like if you can get good at it, it can save you 2-3 strokes a hole.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit adds up so fast.
Oh,
I mean, that's
sure.
what it is. So if you can get good at that, like that's really all I practice now.
And honestly, driver was like straight enough where
Okay.
I was never in trouble. Most of them were fairways.
But again, you knew going into the season getting a new driver was going to be a figuring out process in the beginning.
Yeah, and I was actually hitting that Cobra fairly well, so I'm pretty confident in hitting
you hit
it.
the driver version of my 3-wood. Whatever material or
Dude.
magic they put in that club is so
The distance difference is so notable that like I'm gonna live with a slice if I have
Dude,
to.
it's
to
crazy.
just hit it because it's going an extra like 60 yards.
Dude,
It's insane. Like
I
I was ripping drives like
there are
270,
some times
280.
where I'm like, maybe I should just. I mean, I could just hit 3-wood. Like I'm hitting my 3-wood almost as far as my driver sometimes.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame in it.
No, but honestly, I can't hit it off a tee. It's the craziest thing. If
Just
it's on
put it
the
on the
deck, I
fucking
know.
ground.
I just.
Put it on the deck. Let it rip.
But yeah, I'm excited. So that'll be the Saturday. It's like an all day thing. I think shotguns start at 10, but like the festivities start at like 8.
Yeah.
Like they do like
It's
a little
gonna be-
breakfast
it's
and
gonna be a
like
good time.
a parking lot party kind of thing beforehand. They do like a ceremony where they're passing out like these neon green jackets, which are just fucking awesome. So they call it the Bastards. So this is their version of like the Masters
gonna be
tournament.
great.
So it's like a great one to like pop our cherry. Like if
For
we're gonna
sure.
go and get like a feel of like what this is all about, it's like gonna be
Let's
something
go
like
and
this.
light it up.
Yeah,
Do
and then the
it- do it
next
right.
one, I think is the FU Open, maybe is what it's called.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, instead of the U.S. Open.
Yeah, something like that. So
Yeah, that'll be.
yeah,
I'm
so that's at the end of
looking
June.
Forward to it.
Yeah,
It's
for
like-
sure.
Just like you know, you're waiting because you have something like anticipating
it's
something.
gonna
It
be
just
so
takes so
slow.
long.
Oh, dude.
Like Friday is gonna be the worst freaking day at work.
Yeah, correct. Like I'd almost rather be busy on Friday just so that like I don't have time to like sit there and think about anything. I'm just before I know it, I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna go practice and I'm gonna wake up and play. I'm slow on Thursday, like on Friday.
Yeah.
Like I only have patience like in the morning right now. I have nobody in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm just gonna be sitting there, but like I really shouldn't leave. I don't want to take PTO, but like, you know, and I'm not good when I get too much time to think.
Mhm.
So I know myself, I'm gonna be in my office putting for like 3 hours, 8-foot putts, just over and over and
Yeah.
over. Just like I already do. So, but yeah, excited for that. Kicking off. In terms of cornhole stuff, big event coming up this weekend.
That it is.
I am very bummed that schedule wise, like we're not going out to this one. Like Texas
Yeah.
is like near and dear to our heart. We love going out there. We love the cornhole community out there. And then they're finally doing like this big ACL event in like the place that it's so easy for us to get to. It's just the timing wise just sucks.
It really does, and like we had made a commitment before this was even booked there, so it's
Correct.
like it was kind of got stuck. I mean, it is what it is. So
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. Like early in the year, like we get so excited to start traveling again
Yeah.
that like we start booking and then like then the ACL comes out with their schedule. And by then it's like, well, shit, we already booked 3 things. Like it's not cheap to travel right
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm definitely
bummed,
gonna have
but
a little FOMO.
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
but I'm gonna be watching this one just
Oh,
because
for sure.
I think it's gonna be another good one. Like,
Well, and then
back to
so
back.
the main reason I'm really pissed is that so on Thursday, before all the festivities kicks off, the first annual Airwolf Invitational.
Yes,
So I think it's 20 teams right now is up to. So it's an invitational, right? So only select people are going to the tournament. So we had 2 teams that are going to represent Big Asp. We're one of the sponsors for the event. So it's us, Draggin Bags, Airwolf. I think it was King C Podcast, and I think there was
Sinner.
one Sinner. Yep, and Sinner. So everyone kind of put certain teams together, and then Brandon opened up certain spots for individuals that he wanted to be able to
Yeah.
participate, right? So, I mean, decent cash prize. I mean, it's 100% payout. It's going to be at Brandon Thompson's house. The teams that are where Jeremiah Ellis's team won, he was supposed to be playing with Chris Kingsbury.
Mhm.
Jeremiah, if you happen to listen to this, I haven't talked to you yet because, well, I know you listen to it on Wednesdays. You're actually now going to be playing with one of our favorite dudes from Texas, Mr. Victor Alday, who is an absolute stud.
Yeah,
and I think you
and
guys are going to
he's
do
a
very
beast.
well. You guys play very similar games, so I think you guys are going to do well, and you're going to get along even better. And then our second team is Miss Miranda Coy and our other favorite human being, Mr. Mike Hoffman.
hell yeah.
I love that team.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
gonna-
excited to see how they do. Yeah. So and then other teams like it's Sammy Soto, Grant Upchurch, because Upchurch like needs to be carried or something. So he figured scoop up Sammy while I could.
Yeah, they just want to relive their old days.
I think Cheyenne Bubenheim and Bryce Forbes are representing King Seat. I think that
Okay.
it's a little
Yeah, that's
random team, but like they were both sponsored by King Seat, so that makes sense. But yeah, it's going to be a who's who there, so it should be fun. I'm bummed that I'm not going to be there present, but I'm going to be watching the live stream. So they're going to be putting the live stream on Facebook. It's either going to be on Airwolf's page or King's Seat. I'm not sure which one, but we'll share it on our stream. So we'll definitely be watching and chiming in stuff and wishing we were there. But we're hoping one of our teams takes it down.
Hell yeah.
So,
always.
For sure. All right. So signature number 4. So this year leading like through the first 3 events, singles, I mean, outside of the first one, it's been kind of what we would expect. You know what I mean? It's been like a, in quotes, like blue chip prospect kind of. Ty Thompson was a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
We have the fact that we have 2 rookies that have won the first 3 events in singles just shows kind of how deep the field is.
Yeah.
Jamie Graham's been having a Jamie Graham season, right? It seems like every other year or like 2 out of 3 years, he just dominates. And then he has like a little bit of like a lull.
Yeah.
But we're catching Jamie Graham right now at a hot. Now,
And,
can he stay this hot all through the season?
The upswing the whole time. I mean,
I think we're seeing Jamie Graham just happy. I think he likes where his life's at now. You know what I mean? Like everything's just stable.
He's just you can just tell he looks at ease when he's up there playing and just.
When Jamie's one of the players that I watch play, and he treats it like a professional.
Yeah, like he's locked in on a different level than I think we've maybe have ever seen.
Yeah,
for
I agree.
Jamie Graham right now. So
correct. But if we look at just overall like rankings right now, you got Jamie Graham on top, Tony Smith second, Sammy Soto third, Mark Richards fourth. Now Richards is surprising, but I think he's taken second in his bracket, like the first 3 nationals.
Yeah, and honestly, the consistency always ends up paying off.
And again, I'd be shocked if we do not see Mark Richards in a broadcast before Worlds.
Yeah,
I would just be very surprised. So I think this has the makings of Mark Richards. Again, he's gonna be the number 1 seed in the bracket going into this one. So your number 1 seed, you gotta like your route to get there. So we'll see. But I don't think it's way too early to write him off. There's still plenty of time for him to put together like an MVP type season.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But early MVP
again, because
voting,
we're only through, like, we still have 3 more of these
Correct.
things. So, like,
Correct.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of time for anyone to make a late season run that really puts a cherry on top of it.
I mean, I think early season right now, Jamie Graham's running away with it right now.
Yeah.
But like again, it can all change with one solid performance. Sammy Soto sitting in third. It's not surprising. Like he's played well. He just needs to finish it once he gets on the broadcast. But again, no surprise. We've been talking about this kid for the last 2 or 3 years. Now that he's finally firmly established it in his sophomore year, like just ready to kind of.
He's another one that just looks more comfortable now.
100%.
Like, his shot selection has improved immensely too. So it's shown.
It's nice to see Matt Guy.
Yeah,
sitting at 5th seed again, having a very solid season in singles. It's been very, very close. Austin Waskow, another name that we mentioned early in the season. He's kind of one of those like rookie because he's a rookie this year.
Yeah,
rookie of the year consideration. The problem is he just needs to make a broadcast and or win something. You know what I mean? Like you got to you got some other competition up there right now that's already got some hardware that's going to make it hard to kind of make a note.
It's very true.
Ty Thompson sitting at 9th. Gavin Cano is tied with Jason Rubin sitting at 7th. Ty Thompson, again, we saw how good he can be.
Yeah.
Can he carry it over and be consistent? I mean, he's sitting at 9th, but winning one certainly helps.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see, can he come out and I'm not saying he's going to win the thing, but in theory, he's in his backyard for this one.
Yeah.
Can he go up and just show that the first one wasn't a fluke? Can you make a deep run in your bracket? Can you finish, I'd say top 3 or 4 is still a very solid showing.
For sure. Yeah, that means that
again, but if he figured, sometimes we see this, you win one and you're like, oh shit, this stuff's easy. You lose the nerves, you start focusing a little bit more, and somebody like that just gets red hot and he makes a deep run.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely a scary thought.
If he makes a very good run again.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he wins the whole thing, but it makes a solid run, maybe even makes a broadcast. I mean, I think he puts himself in the lead firmly for Rookie of the Year.
100%, yeah. Like nobody else can touch that right now.
Awesome dark horse call.
I would love that.
Damn. God.
But I don't want to belittle Jay Rubin's spot right now.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure.
Having a solid season coming back, and he's another one. I expect him to be on a broadcast before this is all said and done. Yeah, I mean, tied with Gavin Cano. Yeah, Cano's just doing Cano things, but again, we just need him to lock in and put one down.
Dare I say, if Gavin Cano was ever going to win one, his first one in singles, it would be this one. If I'm putting money down on somebody this weekend, I'm probably going to put some money down on Gavin Cano.
Yeah.
again, he finally got over the hump.
Got it
I
in
know
doubles.
it was in doubles, but sometimes you just getting that first piece of hardware, nothing else matters now. You can
Yeah.
say you were first, and now in singles, I think it's going to translate very well. I think it's going to be nice that he doesn't have to travel anywhere and he's just comfortable. His backyard,
hoping
he
so,
wants to
man.
show up and show out for Texas.
I mean, honestly, all of these Texas guys, I am expecting they're going to be comfortable.
Yeah,
We
for
always
sure.
know that usually translates into good things.
Some of the other names here are, this is when we start to see like who's just having a solid season so far, but
Yeah.
hasn't really broken through. Devin Harbaugh, again, I think he's been ranked 10th in my power rankings for the last 2 years. And this is why. Like, we all know how fucking good he can be.
Yeah.
We just need him to put it together for a full tournament and win one. Jackson Gore, sitting at 11, coming into this season, the hottest player in the country. Still doing well. He just 1 or 2 games, 1 or 2 more wins throughout
Yeah.
the tournament, and he's probably sitting top 5. So having a very solid season.
I had this revelation the other day, and I don't know, it just popped back in my head, so excuse me. But
Yeah.
Devin Harbaugh reminds me the golf version. Who do you think? I was going to go with Bhatia. Dude has 3 phenomenal rounds and then just one that just never
Yeah.
does it for him. And like he's like just been on this like great rise. I mean, I know he's like more new to the game than maybe Devin Harbaugh is. I'm just talking about where he's at in the game. I just thought of that the other day. Anyways, moving on. So
Eric Davis sitting
Eric
at 12,
Davis.
a little surprising. Just because I haven't really seen his name consistently deep, but obviously he's having a very solid season. I just got to start paying attention. But I know in doubles, it's been
It's
very
not
disappointing.
good.
We'll get there. Trey Birchfield sitting at 12, kind of similar to Eric Davis. Ho hum, just people. I think we all forget just how good he is.
Yeah.
Because again, doubles, like, it's okay. I think we were all expecting a little bit more, but Trey showed last year he can just show up at Worlds and win it again.
just win it all.
I mean, any
Easy
of these guys,
peasy.
yeah. Zach Aiken is the top ACL junior. He's sitting at 14th. Ethan Walker, 15th. A little bit lower than I would like to see him. I'm going to be honest. I thought this was a year that we're going to see it. Now, again, it's early. If he comes out and makes a broadcast, I think he jumps up quite a bit. But I would like to see, I think Ethan Walker's a top 10 player. I would like to see the rankings kind of reflect that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Riker Wells sitting tied with Ethan Walker at 15th. Obviously he had a really good showing at the first national, but since we've gone to round 21 format, obviously it's a little bit of an adjustment. Colby Shearer coming off that red hot, where he just didn't seem like he can lose, sitting at 17th. So again, just one of those. He needs one more really good national.
Yeah.
And you're kind of feeling pretty safe there.
For sure.
As we scroll down, I'm just trying to, like, Cash Chamness sitting at 19
Yeah.
at like 9 years old. Like, it's
And
just
then
unbelievable.
Levi Haddock,
A top-
another junior who's actually an ACL elite.
Correct. So he is the highest ranked ACL elite player. So Levi Haddock and Spencer Fabian are both in the top 25. It's where that argument starts to come up, where it's like, is it worth doing the elite program then?
Yeah.
I think for some, yes. But like, I don't think there's anyone in the country that would say that Spencer Fabian wouldn't be a pro. Like, if it
Sure.
wasn't for the college stuff. Same thing with like Levi Haddock. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a spot, like, they would both be pros. Jacob Trzynski sitting at 28.
I mean, he's going to drop too. So
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. So, like, he's sitting very comfortably. So he's somebody that's sitting at 28, just coming off of another really good performance in total. I think he's going to just jump up. So he just needs to avoid like another bad one.
Yeah,
if he can have
exactly.
another
Just
solid
have
performance, he'll be
a
fine.
couple more solid ones, he'll
Yep.
be just fine.
For sure. So other names that we were talking about this before. So Jeremiah Ellis sitting at 36. Again, you want to see him do a little deeper run, but a name that last year he was just so good in singles, especially early on in the year. I mean, I think he made the broadcast first 2 times, losing to Ellis almost both times. Adam Hissner.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking back. I'm like, I don't think Hissner's ever been that great of a singles player. So before we recorded, we went back and we looked, not leaving it last year out, but looking at like the 3 years previous, and like his best finish was like 36th.
Yeah.
So I think last year was more of an anomaly.
Yeah,
Like,
a
so he's
little
sitting at
outlier for it.
41st right now. That's kind of like his average finish in singles, which is fine. It's safe.
Yeah.
He's going to be fine. So I wanted to give a shout out Colin Hodet,
Yeah, for sure.
sitting at
Oh
38.
yeah, brother. Keep it going.
Keep it rolling. All right.
Keep it literally.
Move over
roll
to
king.
doubles.
Oh, I'll move over to doubles.
Thanks, man.
Bing.
So no surprise right now. The number 1 team in the country right now is Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski, coming off back-to-back really good performances. Mark Richards and Tony Smith sitting at second. Sammy Soto and Gavin Cano sitting in third. I think they just have a permanent spot in the ranking at 4. Justin Burns Jr., Logan Chamberlain. Their name always seems to be at 4.
It's always sitting right there. You're right.
Now, when we went through power rankings before the season started, these were literally our top 4 teams.
Yeah.
I had Smith and Richards above, and I think
I had Graham Trzynski in number 1.
I think I had Richard Smith 1, and I think I had Soto, Cano 2, Graham Trzynski 3, Burns Jr., Chamberlain 4. So those top 4 do not surprise me at all. Jordan Bauer and Cheyenne Bubenheim, on paper, we all thought it kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But we all wanted to see it first. Well, we're seeing it.
Yeah, we're seeing
it's
it.
working it.
They're
Like you
having a
just
great
pour.
season.
Yeah, I mean, they play very, very similar games.
Yeah, pour
it
bags
makes
in the
sense.
hole, hit airmails.
Yeah.
Like, call it.
Brett Guy, Matt Guy Nation just knocking on the door to making another broadcast, which I think, again, just being a guy, the show's been on for a while. Like, I want to see it.
Hell yeah,
Like, I
man.
want to see a little nostalgia.
Bring back the nostalgia.
Yeah,
I
I want
love
to
see
Yeah,
it.
correct. I think it'd be good for the game. So they're sitting at 6th place. A very surprising Cody Henderson and Ethan Walker sitting at 7th.
Question marks were in the air for them.
We had them in our top 10 for the power rankings. I just did not expect. I honestly, going into the season, there was a lot of talk like they just did not like the same bags.
Mm-hmm.
They were really having a hard time. Apparently, they're figuring it out well enough right now.
And
they're both gamers.
doing just
you know what I mean?
fine.
So they're both very talented. Bernasette and Lopez Jr. showing that last year was not a fluke. They're almost like a carbon copy of last year.
Yep.
Like they're just always a tough out.
doing well.
You're going to find them near the end of every bracket finals. So just Devin Harbaugh, Jeremiah Ellis, they were one of those question marks that on paper, again, you love all the talent and you think that obviously they're going to be a top 5 team.
Yeah.
It just hasn't quite translated. But sitting 8th through 3 events, to me, it could be so much worse. So like they're
great
figuring
spot.
it out. I think that they're on the turn. Like again, it wouldn't shock me if we saw them make a broadcast very soon.
For sure. Yeah,
I think both of them are kind of figuring it out. Braden Wilson and AJ Sims last year's kind of like darling team on the broadcast. Sitting at 10th, kind of a quiet season for both guys.
A little bit. Like I was a little surprised to see them in at 10, and then like I think back to it, I'm like, no, like they were like just out of
AJ Sims is another
breaking
guy,
through,
like I said, Jamie Graham, about like treating it like a professional. Like when he's there, he's a professional.
Yeah.
And so like he just kind of always finishes like 21st.
Yeah.
Like somewhere from like 15 to 25. Like he's going to be there. He's going to do solid at every tournament he goes to. He hasn't really broken out in singles in a few years, but like he's just a tough out. Like he's always going to finish well. He does well in his stack games. You know what I mean? Like he's just a very solid player.
And when you just across the board always do like 3rd in your bracket or 2nd in your bracket, yeah, that stuff adds up and it gives you a 10 spot. Like
Of all the teams we've read so far, I think perhaps the most surprising is Colby Shearer and Matt Wilson. Obviously, both really good players, but like, you know, Matt Wilson being a rookie, Colby Shearer, who's had some success before, but was kind of just like a name. They're figuring it out very well, and they've had 2 really good runs. Jay Rubin and Ryan Trader. I think Ryan Trader, coming off last year, was obviously very sought after free agent.
sure.
It hasn't really translated over that well. We see it often, the sophomore slump. We also see it when these guys get to a certain age and they start growing, that it can mess up. When these guys are growing like every week, like their trajectory, it's like literally trying to, you know what I mean? It's like
it's
trying to keep up with it
also
little
a
bit.
bag change.
Yeah, for sure.
Had to, just change all the mechanics and everything. Like,
There's something about the 12 that the Trader family loves, because you have Jason Rubin, Ryan Trader 12, and then tied with them is Mason Trader and Cash Chamness. So Cash Chamness, 9 years old, finds himself at 9th or 19th?
I think it was 19.
19, and then he's sitting at 12th in doubles. Like
Nasty.
That's pretty crazy. Alan Rawls and Chris Kingsbury, they're sitting at 14th, tied with Ian Cripps and Jimmy Humans.
I like those teams right there.
For sure.
I think both of them could actually see themselves in the top 10 when this is all said and done.
Yeah, another team sitting at 16, Quinn Reeves and Austin Waskow. They're a team that I kind of expect to finish higher than where they're at right now.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, I think we'll see them 12-ish, I would imagine, kind of right there. A team that we've mentioned their names. We've interviewed Brandon before, but I've mentioned David Brown before, and he's really good. Just a Michigan duo sitting at 18th right now, very silent, but again, they're a really good team.
They're just putting together a good season.
Hissner and Birchfield sitting at 20. Another team that you don't hear anything about, but they're doing okay, is Grindersleeve and Dylan Turpin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Just kind of ho-hum, just Put in the work.
kind of a disappointing, and a name that we're just not seeing anymore, which is so odd, is Alex Rawls and Derek Holland. Like, they just seemed like a lock for a top 10.
And
but
honestly,
Alex Rawls, like, we didn't even mention his name in singles.
Yeah, I mean, it's just maybe he's just having a little bit off start of the year, but I'm not putting anything past him. Like, I fully expect him to. In
doubles, if they made a run and they made it to the broadcast, I'm not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
In singles, if Alex makes, I'm kind of surprised right now because he just hasn't played that well.
Yeah, I expect them to jump up a bit though.
Yeah.
But maybe he's just in a different place in life, man.
For sure. For sure. All right, you want to do some dramatic reading?
Oh, do I ever?
Hell yeah.
In a world where bean bags have brought men to their knees, social media serves as sanctuary for keyboard warriors. Time for the dramatic readings.
All right. It's a long one. Buckle up. Addicted to cornhole. Is this right? Let me just start off by saying how sad it is that people take cornhole so seriously that when my girlfriend was playing the other night, she had to drop out to so-called make it even because there was 41 players. She's already played before in round robin, so with that being said, I'm no longer part of the cornhole mafia or no longer will be attending any more serviceman tournaments. Nothing against anyone, I just find it disrespectful. I've been trying to get her to play in a tournament for a while, and she finally starts playing, and then this happens. I appreciate Red Barn Cornhole in Jersey for welcoming her with open arms, just highly upset because everyone not good when you first start. Roland J. Milgore, I'm highly upset that you even made a rational decision like that, even though she played her 4 whole games and a round robin, all because if you didn't want to ghost, and your comment was to her, well, if you don't just drop out, I will. FYI, Cornhole Mafia, South Jersey. I did my best there, inserting periods where they should have been.
Yeah.
But towards the end, it was just like pure rage. It seemed like, don't know if that really came across. Okay, so this got tons of traction on Addicted Cornhole. So if you had a hard time following like that lack of period grammar stuff, basically they went to a blind draw, him and his girlfriend. It sounded like I couldn't tell if it was switch or blind draw. Regardless, there's 41 people. They did rounders, right, for seedings and everything. And then when it came down for bracket play, the guy that was running the event goes up to the girl and he's like, "Hey, so if you dropped out right now, we could be at 40,
easy peasy, no water."
So she commented and responded like, "Okay, first of all, if a tournament director is coming up, be like, hey, you should drop out because then we're at 40. Regardless of what is in the director's heart, and we'll get to that in a second, it's kind of a dick move. And it's like, what are you going to say? Like, part of me wishes the girl would have been like, no, I'm good. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, figure it out. But if she's not uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like, not all personalities are like that. So in that sort of situation, if you kind of just like freak out and be like, oh, okay, I'll just drop out. And you don't, the director's like, oh, sweet. Like, she took it like a champ. Like, we're moving on. Well, obviously it didn't go over well.
Yeah.
For the director to then try to rationalize it afterwards, being like, I was looking out for her. I thought she was nervous. She wasn't throwing that well. Maybe she wasn't having a good time. So I gave her the out. Like, I'm just like, hey, if you don't want to play, you don't have to. Because guess what? We would have an even number anyways.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for you. So if you don't want to, it's okay. But if you want to play, we'll let you play.
Yeah.
Like, it come on, man. You listen, the guy called you out on your shit. You did a dick thing. It went more public than you wanted to. Right? Let's just admit it. You did not find it in your heart that you're looking out for somebody else. That's just a bullshit answer. Yeah. Just man up and be like, listen, I didn't want to play Ghost. People always bitch about it, pay out, whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
It happens. Do you either do a Ghost or do a Walker or something? Like, again, it's a blind draw. Luck of the draw. It happens. But don't kick somebody out, especially if they already paid.
Yeah, the fact that you even asked is kind of the asshole move.
100%.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he was trying to justify saying, like, oh, I was doing it for her. You weren't. You were making your life easier.
Do a spin of the wheel like they do up at the dentist one, and like, hey, if you're not part of this, you're not in the finals. So like, just
maybe that's what I should have done. Like when I got kicked out of the blind draw, even though like I had the best PPR of the whole group, like you
didn't play the game.
It was cool though.
It was great.
It's so at the dentist they spin this wheel and there's a whole bunch of different scenarios, and that's how they determine. So they don't do it until after rounders are played, so no one can like manipulate the system.
Yeah.
So it was they spin the wheel and it was like bottom 16 or bottom 20, whatever it was, like PPR. So I'm like, well, that's weird. What does that mean? So then I saw the brackets come out and I was left out. And Garrett's like, yeah. Sorry, man.
you
I'm like,
threw
what the
too well.
fuck, man? Are you
Meanwhile,
serious?
I
The
was
one
just
time
ripping airmail after airmail, just dicking around the whole time.
But I liked it. I mean, obviously, I was annoyed that I didn't get to keep playing, but like afterwards, I'm like, oh, this is a really good way to prevent any sort of sandbagging.
There's no way that you can cheat.
There's no way. You just go and play and just luck of the draw, and it just sucks, and everyone gets screwed.
And everyone there just they've all.
We
been
also
through it,
showed up with like 8 of us, so we
Yeah.
added way more than they probably typically would have had. So
yeah.
like, it is what it is. But added to the prize pool.
Pot grows, baby.
Pot grows. All right, you got another one?
I do.
Do it.
I do. Addicted to cornhole.
Ooh.
Familiar name, Tornado.
Oh.
And he cues it up for us right in the beginning. Time for some cornhole drama. Let's discuss. But first, hear me out. My question is, why does there need to be payouts at all when we go and play cornhole at blind draws, nightly/weekly events, or even a league? Not talking about national level events. That's something different. When you go out bowling, golfing, playing pool, shooting darts, whatever, etc., is there a payout waiting for you at the end of anything else you do? Or do you just go out to have fun for entertainment? Why have normalizing payout or paying out for winning in cornhole? Why can't it just be go out to play and have as much fun with it as we can? I'll suggest that club runners deserve a little something to compensate them for their time and cost of materials such as boards, tablets, and the knickknacks that go with running an event. What is wrong with a $5 donation to the people who run the show? Setup, breakdown, stay till the end of the night? For those who have to pay venue fees, perhaps a $10 donation at the door. Nobody is getting rich from running cornhole. And if $5 is too much of a donation for you, tell me what else can you do for 3 to 5 hours a night for $5?
Well said. I mean, I can't argue with a single point. It's exactly what I've been saying for years. Like, I find it crazy. And this is like even in our own area, when people would bitch about like the directors getting paid for like some sort of an event, or like the money's not adding up and like the percentages are out. If they're there before everyone else setting up, they're running the tournament, they're organizing everything, they stay to the end, they tear it down. Fuck yeah, they better be getting
100%.
paid. Or why the fuck are you doing it? Just out of you're hoping that someone's going to do this just out of the goodness of their heart? Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you go and they're like, oh, there's a door fee. Like, oh, why is there a door? Like, just shut the fuck up and do it. Like, you're already going to lose $20 in the blind draw.
Guess what?
anyways,
You're there in an indoor facility to play cornhole.
Yeah.
Like, you have to pay something to be able to do that.
You would think.
It's not all free everywhere. Like, most
that's
places
why
aren't
these,
like,
a lot of the
doors for
cornhole
it.
bars and stuff that have opened, like they didn't last
Yeah.
because like people don't go there and spend money.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm just here for the blind draw.
Yeah,
They're like, no, like go up and buy drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
People like eat food when you're there. Support local business.
Yeah.
when you're there.
No, I think Chris makes a great point. I think it's one of the things that we've been saying forever. It's like, when did we get to the point where all people do is care about money?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like. Maybe it's because I suck and that's why like I don't care about money. But like when I do a league, like I'm not playing to try to win $150 at the end of the year. I'm winning because I want a fucking trophy that we can put up right behind us.
Sitting right up there. Exactly. That's the whole reason you do it.
I think that's why the competitive side of cornhole is not like we're seeing like at the regionals around here. They had to cancel the last fucking regional here.
Yeah.
There was, I mean, obviously holiday weekends tough to get, but they had canceled regionals. I'm seeing it all over Facebook. If you're not registering, we're going to cancel. It's like low turnout. I mean, it's happening everywhere. Like I think the bar scene where you might win $20 at a blind draw, or like these the weekly leagues that they're running at the bars that they're doing. Like I think that's why that side of it's still growing
for sure. Yeah, I mean that's and I think the backyard competitiveness is growing too. Like people are just setting up pads in their backyard and having their buddies over and just throwing for fun now. Like
I think like the ACL as their current model sits, I think that there's still like the place you would go to, like if you want to get like your competitive fix and like test your skills, see how good I can really get with that. That's where the ACL is at right now. I know they're trying to do the grassroots movement. I don't know what that looks like. They're talking about it. I know the new website was a step in the right direction, but I don't know if that necessarily does to overtly attract like grassroots players to come check it out.
Personally, I think a monthly regional is too frequent.
Amen, brother.
I think it needs to be like every 3 months.
Yeah.
Like let the hype build, let people
Yeah.
get the itch in. Like, oh, I haven't maybe seen so-and-so in a minute because I only ever see them there. Then go do it.
Yeah.
Like, and that way it's easier to coordinate with all the other areas around so that like
There's no overlapping dates.
Yeah, there can be one each month if you're willing to travel 2 hours.
Yes.
Like do something like that because every month it's way too hard on everyone now. And now that the summer months are here and like it's getting nice out, it's going to be less and less. I mean, we see it happen every year. Like cornhole, people get bored in the winter, so that they show up to more stuff.
I mean, it sounds terrible because we have a cornhole podcast, but if you're giving me the option right now that you're like, hey, it's Saturday, it's sunny and 75 outside, you can go play in a cornhole tournament, or you can go play a round of golf.
Yeah.
I'm golfing 100% of the time.
Yes.
If there's an option that I can go golfing or go play in a cornhole tournament, I'm gonna go golf. And it's not even like I'm not doing it like in a golf competition. Like I just want to go out and play. You know what I mean? And that's where, to me, like that's where cornhole's taking the biggest hit. It's just there's just other stuff to do.
Yeah.
It just has more competition.
Everything's back open again.
Yeah.
Like, and people are, remembering the stuff that they used to do back in the day. But like, to me, it's not even like, I mean, I love a cornhole tournament. Like I would go to a cornhole tournament over golf if it was like outside and like the right environment and stuff. Like I would go do that. But if you're asking me to go indoors into like a gym or something, like, no, like,
let's not talk about like outdoor. Let's talk about like a regional.
Yeah.
If you have a regional to go like play singles or go play golf.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play golf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's the competitive side, like the fun tournaments and stuff that are outside. Yeah, well, I'd be going those for a reason because I'm not going there to just play cornhole. Go there to socialize and see people.
But like a Thursday blind draw, yeah, I'll go hit that.
Yeah,
because,
for sure.
Like, that's just a night. Like I don't typically go play 9 after work.
100%. That's
Sometimes
what I'm saying.
but-
Like a night activity, correct. But like when I have like an afternoon, like to go do stuff,
Yeah,
like there's
it's
so
tough.
many other things like in my life right now that like I have to get done. Like that's why I can't make it to these regionals. Like my life, I just coaching 2 teams right now. You know what I mean? Like work, kids, like do activities every fucking day.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like that's why I don't think it's just me. I think there's a whole crop of us that were really into this 5-6 years ago, and then just life catches up and things just start opening up. And
Well, I mean, there's a lot of factors to it too. I mean, the whole youth movement is a factor in it as well.
yeah, I think so.
I feel like it makes a lot of people not as comfortable to like go out and go to a regional and drink because there's going to be kids there playing and like you can't slip up or anything. Like,
Yeah.
you got to kind of be on your shit. But, such is life. What are you looking for?
Just looking for one of those sound bites.
Ooh.
Where is it? The loser one.
Go back.
All right. Anyways, we got to relabel these. They're so hard to read.
What you want?
Pathetic. There it is. Good.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
So talking about losers.
Yeah.
So if you remember back, like I think it was 2 years ago, it was in 2023, we interviewed the guy that for $3.6 million purchased the MLC.
Mm-hmm.
Right. His name was Zeb.
Yep.
And he was very confident of his skills. Some might say so much that like there were just things that a 40-year-old man can do that a guy in his 20s can't.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
remember the quote
Zeb
vividly.
was arrested
Yes.
for like shoplifting or something. Like just fucking awesome. And that just got me down the rabbit hole. So like obviously he was an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
and like rarely do we ever say that like about a guest, but like this guy just, and that's why we had so much fun with the MLC failing. It was nothing against the people that wanted to like start a new league. It was nothing.
Yeah.
It was just the arrogance of this motherfucker and the way he would talk to us, like when we weren't recording. Like I was just like, I'm done, and I'm rooting against you so hard. And so like it was just a little feather in our cap when shit like this happens, and it got me down a rabbit hole. Apparently, like that $3.6 million, right?
Yeah.
Just never was paid. Amazing, right?
Oh, yeah. Surprised.
So I'm blanking on the kid's name. The original one that started it, run it, and then sold it had to go sue him. So this was back in, I think the suit was filed in end of 2023, beginning of 24, like right around there. Maybe
Okay.
it was the beginning of 2024. I did not see the results of the case, but there has been a suit filed.
Okay.
So it's for $3.6 million, and it was supposed to be paid at like, I think you're supposed to get like $100,000 up front, and then The other was supposed to be made in like monthly payments, totaling, whatever it was, and like $0 have been collected so far. Can't say I'm shocked.
No, not
by
at all.
that, but the dollar amount that they made the press release was that amount. So
Yeah.
that's what was in the court documents, and still bananas that this guy thought that this was worth $3.6 million.
Like I want to know who his appraiser is. Can you come check out my house? It's worth
Jason
like,
Milletta.
it's worth $25 million.
So it just made me so happy. Like I had so many messages about like, who was this guy? And all I would do is just send them the link to the episode. Like, just go back and listen to this one.
Yeah.
Like
It'll sum it all up for you.
Correct.
Right away.
Well, my thing is we'd ask him hard questions and he would dodge them and he
Yeah.
would give like this very vague answer. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, if you're not going to you don't really actually know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You thought something was already started up and it was going to be the big grand thing and just.
He's like, oh yeah, I saw cornhole on ESPN. We could run our own league. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Can't be that
fucking
hard.
So I was pretty bored the other day, and I've been using ChatGPT for quite a bit. Like, just like getting concept ideas, just different ideas, stuff, right? So I decided, I'm like, what would ChatGPT say about our show?
Yeah.
Like, we've been going, this is year 6, right? So there's enough out there that like, would they even be able to like describe the show for us? And they did.
I was gonna say, of course it could. We're
So
awesome.
I'm just gonna little ChatGPT recap of the show, and I want you guys, the listeners, to tell us if it's accurate or not, because obviously, like, we're gonna be biased. But all right, so together, Sean and Dane create a well-rounded, entertaining duo. Obviously, Sean brings the fire and focus, Dane brings the chill and the charm. Their natural chemistry as brothers make the show feel authentic and engaging. All right. So then I had him further break it down. I'm like, well, no, I want to know, like, what does each host bring to the show? I think they nailed yours. Like, I love reading it. So, Dane, they called you the laid-back entertainer.
I'll take it.
Takes and personality. Dane is more chill and measured, and he usually reacts to Sean's takes rather than initiating them. He brings a grounded perspective and often plays devil's advocate in a calm, humorous way. He's quick with a joke, a sarcastic quip, or a playful jab at his brother. He's casual, approachable, and often the one to break up tension with humor, more vibe-oriented, less focused on deep analytics, and more culture, attitude, and feel of the sport. In his role in the show, he provides comic relief and keeps the show from becoming too serious or technical. A strong interviewer. He puts guests at ease with his laid-back style. And then he's very relatable and likable. Comes across as the friend you'd most want to throw bags and drink a beer with.
Hell
His
yeah.
mix of humor and humility adds balance to Sean's fire and edge.
I'm gonna hang my hat on that last line right there. You're welcome.
All right. And for me, it says the confident analyst. Takes and personality.
Analyst.
Analyst,
Pronounce
yeah.
it correctly.
Sean typically serves as the alpha voice of the podcast. Confident, opinionated, and often one to initiate hot takes. He's more willing to stir the pot, challenge norms, or question a player's performance or hype level. He brings a sharp, analytical mind to the game, often referencing stats to back up his arguments. Direct and passionate, he's not afraid to say what a lot of fans might be thinking. Carries himself like a student of the game. He watches a lot of film and pays attention to both big names and hidden gems. Role in the show. He acts as the main driver of discussion and interviews, often steers the conversation, includes segments, and keeps the energy high. Likability factor. Comes off as a true fan who just happens to have a mic. He's knowledgeable but not pretentious. His confidence is balanced by a willingness to laugh at himself when he's wrong or gets called out by Dane. I thought, like,
Exactly.
when I read this the first time, I'm like, wow, this is pretty spot on.
That was good. Yeah.
But again, like, this is going to be 287 or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
And then plus all the bonus. So I
Might be
think we have
288.
right around 400 episodes published.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's a decent amount of, like, that's a lot of hours.
Dude, Sean, I went through it in seconds.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's baffling.
Dude, like we are all fucked. If you guys don't realize this.
And
right
people don't
now.
realize, like, do you hear about how much, like, politeness is killing ChatGPT? Do you hear about this? It's like when you ask ChatGPT a question, right? And you
Yeah.
respond, thank you.
Yeah.
So many people are doing that. It's costing like billions of dollars. So they came out and said, like, stop being nice. Like, you don't have to be like, don't exchange pleasantries with ChatGPT. It's just killing
It's
it.
too bad.
Like, just it's
Kill it with
crazy.
kindness,
Like,
everybody. Keep doing it. Well, I was reading, like, we should start just throwing in random things in speech, like, as we talk, to just throw off the algorithm for everything. So, just like talking with a coworker and just be like, French toast, buttered rolls. And then I went to the store. Like, you just like throw in random shit. So
pretty
anything
good.
that's listening will just like
That's pretty good.
throw it off. And yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be posting the results to last week's draft, which was best dog breeds. I squeaked out the breakfast hotel
Dude, it was
breakfast
a good
one.
It was a good battle, though. You and I
It was.
definitely. I love how everyone is dismissed. It's like, I don't even know what the hell that guy was talking about. It's just like-
I look back at
but
the
yeah,
draft.
ours were
I
good.
think I would have run away with it if I had taken bacon over yogurt.
Yeah, you went with
parfait.
yogurt parfait.
I know.
and I'm
I don't
like,
know what I was
dude,
thinking. I know. I'm disappointed in myself. I panicked. I thought it needed something light and refreshing, but it still carried its victory. So when we have our next guest on sometime next week, we'll do the next draft and I'll have first pick.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, depending
So-
on the topic, I might want third.
I did have one random question.
Okay.
My wife and I were just
Oh,
discussing
yeah,
this, so I'll change it up though, because she
Okay.
wanted to get like personal with it.
Oh, okay.
But we watched the show You.
Okay.
And in this, he has like this cage that's
Yeah.
like sits in a dungeon. Okay. Is there any? She wanted to just go human being that you would put in there. Like, so she has like personal vendettas against certain people that she would throw in there.
Okay.
I was gonna change it up to like celebrity or
Oh, that you
like
want
athlete.
just gone so they can't ever
yeah,
do anything
exactly.
again?
Just
Okay.
lock away and
Yeah, I
like
like
you'll
that.
never have to hear anything about it.
Nicolas Cage.
See, she actually said Nicolas Cage too.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Like it was like I just don't like him as an actor. Like he's been in okay movies, but I just don't like him as an actor.
I mean, it's to each their own.
So all right, so
Not
athlete
everyone
wise,
understands greatness.
Oh man, who's like my least favorite? This is a long list of people.
I hate a lot of people. All right, so
Big Papi would be up there. I could never stand Big Papi.
God,
I know, and this one.
he's like one of the most
No,
beloved
this one. I think it's
baseball
all. I think
players
it's all
of
bullshit.
time.
I think he's so fake. I think
No,
he's probably a
he's
dick in
just-
real life.
No, I think he's just a lovable,
Who else?
lovable guy.
All right, who's in yours?
You hate to see happy people, apparently.
Yeah, fits the MO.
One of them would definitely be Draymond Green.
Oh, that's a good one.
I would put him in
That's a good
there.
one.
Just and then oh god, what's his name?
Ben Roethlisberger for sure. Should have already been locked up anyways, but that's a different
Stephen
story.
A. Smith.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I would actually put him and Colin Cowherd in the same box together,
What was the name of the Cleveland?
and Joe Buck.
Oh,
Throw
God,
all
yes.
three of them in the same thing.
I'm going
at
to
the
throw in
same
a little
time.
local guy for anyone Cleveland listeners.
Yeah.
Who was the name of the really fat guy on AM radio? Dad would always make Mike Trevisano.
Oh, Mike.
Throw
Triv,
Mike
yeah.
Trevisano in that mix and just drop a bomb and just let it
Let
go.
it all go.
Yeah. Beat him so he gets a little gassy and just all 400 pounds of him just sitting there slot.
Yeah,
just
I'm pretty
never
sure
understood that.
The air would just be sucked out of that room so
Oh,
fast.
yeah, for sure.
They're all trying to get their point across. They fainted.
Yeah, I don't know. Zeb?
I mean, that's already handled. We're good.
That's true. That's so true.
I do think I'm trying to think of like an actor that I just really don't care for in anything. It's hard. Like nobody like really sticks out to me.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage has always been that guy for me. That's
Yeah.
very easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't have because like there's like a
And
couple
everyone's
movies
always
that I
like,
like of his.
haven't you ever seen Con Air? I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Like
It's ridiculous with the wig. All right?
Yeah, correct.
This is real hair.
Yeah. Just because you saw when you were 8 on TNT and you thought you were badass, like, stop.
Sweet. Yeah, I don't know. Like actors hard because I don't like ever really think of them as people.
I did see the new, I rented the new Bob Dylan movie.
Oh yeah, you said that you loved it.
Dude, it was, listen, I'm not like a huge like Bob Dylan fan or anything. Like I know some of his music.
Yeah.
You watch that movie, and again, like this was not a like fast paced like movie at all.
Mhm.
He sings. I would say like 70% of the music movie is him singing, sounding a whole lot like Bob Dylan, which is crazy. It's actually him. And then you watch the whole movie, and you realize like, oh, I still don't know dick about this guy. I learned about like 3-year period of his life, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know any. And like Bob Dylan still like they reached out to him about the movie, never responded. Like it's just a mystery kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
he just doesn't care.
didn't realize that like Johnny Cash had like a big influence on his life and stuff like that. So it was super. I mean, Timothy Chalamet is probably like the next movie star.
I mean, he's already there. He's
Well,
got
that's
the
what I'm saying.
Dune
So like,
series
but there
and-
hasn't been anyone in a while. Like there hasn't been anyone like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like you know what I mean? Like there hasn't been. I think he's like the next like mega superstar.
But I mean, there's also been a lot of guys that have gone in and like done these music roles thinking that they would like become a next star, and then it just never came to fruition.
Yeah, no, this one it was worth the time for sure.
I'll definitely have to watch
Yeah.
it for sure. Yeah.
And the soundtrack's kind of killer too. Like you realize,
Oh,
like
yeah.
oh
I
shit,
mean, I
like, he
love
has
Bob
so
Dylan.
many good songs. Like oh my god, it's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah, it's just a brilliant poet. Brilliant.
didn't even know it.
Hey,
Boom. All right,
let's talk about how to go.
cue the rap horn.
Then you used to talk about.
How you
Got him.
you reach us at Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at Big Ass Cornhole.
And Facebook, Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Thanks again to the greatest sponsor in the world, Draggin
the
Bags.
world.
You guys, I mean, look at how cool I look if you can see me on Patreon. Like, check out that cute rainbow shirt. I look great. Head
If
over
you
to
haven't
Draggin Bags.
bought a set of Dragon Bags, like if it's not in your
Dude,
arsenal, I
yeah.
don't know what you're doing now.
The
like
bags
really
are,
are.
they're phenomenal.
And,
Like,
and the people that make them are just like some of the best people in the world.
top
too.
notch. And honestly, just a tall drink of water. You know, both of them. Why not?
Hit a drive about 400 yards too.
Hey-o. Back in the heyday.
Yep. And if you're looking to support the show, you can do so. If you go over to patreon.com/bigasscornhole for the price of beer a month, you can get some bonus content like happy hour, which we are going to do next Sunday. So if you're listening to this, we're doing a Patreon happy hour next Sunday night. All right. It'll be next Sunday night. Next Sunday night happy hour. If you haven't been to a happy hour and you're a Patreon member, you're missing out. We never quite know what's going to happen on them, but
Yeah, it's always random,
really good
always
conversation. Yeah, it's a really good time. So we hop on for an hour or two and really just kind of see where the conversation takes us. But if you are a Patreon member, definitely check the page for the link. And again, if you go to patreon.com/bigasscornhole, we greatly appreciate the support. If you're listening on Apple Podcast, if you wouldn't mind dropping a review, 5 stars would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, we do have YouTube as well.
We do.
So if you're somebody that just finds them like me, like I'm just always on YouTube now. We are on YouTube. You go to Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. It's right up there, and yeah, we have all the audio versions are posted up. I do go back every once in a while and release like one of the older episodes like for video. But if you want the video version of us, it's up every week on Patreon.
You got to pay to see this
Pay to
sexiness,
see
okay?
that. So, but yeah.
Body
So-
Bell for radio.
Good luck to everyone. Safe travels to all of our sponsor players, especially. I'm going to Texas this weekend.
Yes.
Hope
And
it's a
honestly,
kick-ass
if
event.
you're listening to this on Wednesday, looking for something to watch on Thursday, head over to either Airwolf or check our page. We'll have it tagged
Yeah, we'll
up,
share, yeah.
for the Airwolf Invitational. It's going to be great cornhole and like different teams. It's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, for sure. It's just gonna be a good old fashioned like. I don't want to call it like a charity tournament, but like it's a
Yeah.
cool like underground
It'll have
invitational.
it'll have a good feel to it.
for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next week with more audio gold plus a bonus episode. How about that? So all right, before we sign off, score prediction.
Yeah.
What are you shooting?
I was
throw out a
looking,
number.
Yeah, I was looking at the course slope and everything. I think I'm gonna put myself down for the way I shot. I'll put an 85.
I say if I shoot an 86, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
If I do better than that, awesome. If I shoot 86 is my goal. That's what I'm going for. So
Yeah, I'm just thinking like I'm probably gonna like have one errant drive eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like,
Yeah.
You know, have to.
It's gonna
take a
happen. I'm gonna
couple
have one or
strokes
two,
here
yeah,
there, so
correct.
just trying to temper the expectations.
All right.
But if I played like I just played this past Monday, then I'm excited.
well, for a week from now,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear like if you're listening to these episodes back to back, it's gonna be wild. You're gonna find out right now like where we shot. But we'll let you know next week how we did.
Hell yeah! You
right.
might hear our tears on the bonus episode.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you're correct. Or if you're a Patreon member, you're gonna find out on Sunday just how we did.
True that. True that.
So hell yeah. All right. Hope you guys have a great week. And as always, we hope you throw it straight. That's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.